Welcome TyeDyeSheep to this video where today I will be doing a Lando hero breakdown. This video will include tips and tricks and an overall review of the hero. Now let's get started. Lando is equipped with a buffed version of the X8 Night Sniper. It's an all-around decent weapon. It has good accuracy but not much damage. All around it's a decent weapon. Lando's first ability is Power Blast. Once activated, it will give a critical modifier on Lando's blaster fire for a limited time. The longer you hold it down, the more damage it does, much like Han's Lucky Shot, but not as effective. I don't really like this ability per se because it doesn't have very good accuracy. You have a very low chance of hitting it when it's fully charged, so what I like to do is just pop that and just shoot it one at a time. I find that way more effective because if you miss, you haven't wasted your time on charging it. This move is really effective against Darth Vader due to his slow movement speed. Speaking of slow movement speed, when Lando has his Power Blast active, he cannot sprint. Lando's second ability is Shocking Trap. Lando throws a decoy on the ground to confuse the enemy and shock anyone that gets close. A thing to note is when you place this down, you are invisible on the minimap. The way this trap works, you can't see it, but an infantry on a bigger game mode will look at it as a hero pickup, which I've actually fell for a few times. And in the eyes of a hero, it looks like a hero health pickup. This is actually a pretty good ability. Lando's last and best ability is System Disruption. Disrupt all nearby enemies, weapons, and star cards, setting them to overheat/cooldown. Also affects hero abilities. It also has more range than the normal Disruption card. This is a good ability because it allows you to shoot the enemy while they're performing the cooling flush, and it takes about 3 seconds before they can actually perform it. How this works on villains. It basically overheats villains' weapons if they're using one, and abilities if they're not. Now let's go on to Lando's trait. His trait level 1 is 5% chance to get a critical hit. Trait level 2 is a 10% chance to get a critical hit. Number 3 is a 25% chance to get a critical hit. How it works is a critical hit does a lot more damage than a normal hit, so you have at max a 25% chance to do more damage per hit. Lando is a very unique hero and his playstyle is very strategic. Lando should be played at a distance due to the fact that his main weapon is a sniper. Try to use your Shocking Trap to your advantage to shut down doorways to uplinks and supremacy points, but never get close to an enemy or villain because they will take down your health rapidly. His least effective ability is probably his trait, which is way less effective than Dengar's. The highlight of this character is his System Disruption, which overheats and sets everything on cooldown, even hero abilities. It allows you to kill or damage enemies safely. Lando can hold an objective really well due to the fact that his Shocking Traps can take up a whole doorway and shock enemies that come in, so you can stand back and snipe them while they're shot. Due to this ability, you want to stay indoors as much as possible, but when forced to leave your safe haven, use barriers to your advantage. Now let's move on into tips. When holding an objective, place traps near doorways to prevent traffic. Utilize your X8 Night Sniper to find sneaky enemies. If low on health and surrounded, activate System Disruption and run. My final tip, but I kind of touched on this earlier in the video, is instead of charging the Power Blast, use it in increments like just shooting. It is much more effective because when you're charging, you're vulnerable, and if you miss, that time's wasted.
That's all for this video. If you'd like to see Dengar's breakdown, you can click the link in the description or the card on this video. You can see it right up in the corner right now. If you want even more Battlefront content, you can head over to our Battlefront podcast. We do have older episodes on our podcast with gameplay, but if you want to catch up on the new episodes, you can head over to iTunes or just search in Google Star Wars Battlefront Podcast. We'll have a link for that in the description, and it'll take you straight to iTunes. Comment what you think on the new hero Lando Calrissian, and like this video for more like it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and activate the notifications if you want to keep up with every new video that we have. Once we reach 100 subscribers, we will be doing a massive Battlefront giveaway. May the Force be with you, always. Thanks for watching.
This deal is getting worse all the time.